I'm Gerard Agostinello, and for the third presentation, I will be comparing chapters 3 and 4. Chapter 3, Black Trash by Charles Mills. We can start by reviewing The Racial Contract by Charles Mills. It is characterized by the political domination of whites over non-whites as opposed to the social contract by Rousseau, which mentioned just persons or citizens. The racial contract recognized the state has historically functioned as a racial state, enforcing laws that have not been neutral, but instead biased in favor of the white citizenry. The racial contract ultimately summates that the political body is that of a white body. For centuries, in the United States, non-whites have been considered disposable. Stemming back to colonization, whiteness was so intertwined with the concept of citizenship that non-whites were seen as savages. Republicanism was inherently fused with whiteness, since only the Europeans were seen as having the capacity for self-rule. This idea of white supremacy leaks into the perception of black individuals. Even after being freed from slavery, you would assume that the black populace would be absorbed into the body politic. However, the black body didn't seamlessly transition as one would assume. The blacks were seen as less civilized, and their religion was summed up to being devil worship. The black body was inherently seen as the opposite of whiteness. Simply by appearance, the black body was burdened by symbolic representation. This brings us to the term black trash. What should we do with trash? Well, it depends on who the we are. In society, the we are the whites and the blacks are the trash. Society has been propped up on treating an entire population like trash. Mills even determined that the term black trash was redundant because the concept of blackness was already determined to mean trash. This leads us to Chapter 4, Existential Dynamics of Theorizing Black Invisibility by Lewis Gordon. Our bodies are our perspective of the world. There are three dimensions of this perspective: the dimension of seeing, the dimension of being seen, and the dimension of being conscious of being seen by others. The sadist denies the body and sees himself as a subject, while all others are objects. The masochist denies consciousness, regarding himself as an object, and doesn't want to be burdened by decisions. You cannot deny either being and still be authentic. Existentialism makes us uniquely human, in that we can be both a subject and an object while realizing that. The issue is, with overdetermination, is that blackness is all of who you are. Being black in an anti-black world creates a problem because there is a lack of a black perspective. The fallout of this is the loss of individual identity for the black populace. Tying the two chapters together, anti-black racism leads to a skewed perspective of the world. This perspective demeans an entire population into thinking less of themselves while being systemically oppressed. This leads to a loss of one's humanity and ultimately the idea of black invisibility. Both chapters highlight systemic racism and how it plays a role in the dehumanization of the black man in today's society.